Hello, my name is Nikta Mohammadi. I'm an artist and filmmaker from Iran. My first solo exhibition, Memory Stone, is going to be at the Lowry until 5th of May. Memory Stone is a film installation accompanied by a multi-channel soundscape. It's an exploration of landscape, looking at landscape as a creature that's alive, combining elements from Persian mythology and some folklore from the local area where it was filmed in Calderdale, kind of bringing all of these together with personal dreams and personal histories. So the exhibition is centered around the film, which is happening in a darkened room. And that's the place where you have the multi-channel sound installation. In the foyer, we have photographs that were taken on location when we were filming. And then we have this room, which is an installation featuring objects from the film, as well as sort of like isolated moments and imagery. And the sort of main central idea with this room is like an extension of the world of the film and a sort of a moment of breathe and a moment of contemplation for the audiences, either before or after watching the film. So the film is centered around a rambler that is wandering the landscape and coming into contact with sort of an otherworldly, strange structure that evokes some memories for him. And these memories are reenacted in different location called Bright Souls. So the film is like an exploration of memories and dreams within the landscape, but from the point of view of a person that is placeless and doesn't have a place. Someone who is kind of removed from their own context and kind of thrown into this new context and tries to like sort of make it familiar in a way and always is carrying the memories with them. So these interactions with the structure and with the landscape is almost releasing these memories and these dreams, and the dreams kind of find a body for themselves. Filmmaking is by nature a collaborative process, and that's how creativity is produced in filmmaking, is through collaboration and a group effort. You're able to achieve things that you're not able to do on your own. The filmmaking just it includes playing around with different mediums and different practices and different people. This was a very important aspect of this project, collaborating with many people, including the performers, the composer who created the soundscape, which is half of this work, the cinematographer who helped me capture the images in the way I was imagining it, and many, many others. So that's probably what I love about it, is the fact that it's not one person's job. It's a group of people coming together. And because of that, you're able to achieve things that you're not able to do on your own. You tap into practices that are outside of your own practice. I spent the first 20 years of my life in Iran, in Tehran. I studied film, and then I moved to London. During the pandemic, I moved out of London to Hebden Bridge in Calderdale, in north of England. That was a very pivotal moment in my practice, my life in many ways, because I never lived outside of the city. It provided me with a lot of space, both physically and mentally, to be able to make work. I guess it also just like created this sort of huge inclination to enter the landscape and to interact with it and to reinterpret it in different ways. I think something that is very, very special about the landscape in that area in West Yorkshire is the emptiness that almost feels like a kind of a reflective surface. And I felt like it was almost calling me to create projections and reflections on top of. So Memory Stone, in a way, is kind of an exploration of this vastness and this emptiness. One of the important sources of inspiration for creating Memory Stone was drawn from some of the ancient mourning rituals from Iran. These rituals, they're very performative and very expressive. They provided the ground for some of the discussions I had during the research and development process. We were doing some workshops, a series of workshops with Dusi group, a community group of women, mostly from Iran, based in Salford. And a lot of these practices and rituals, they kind of formed the ground for the discussions we had in the workshops. We went to the location as well one day and explored some of these histories and stories together, reinterpretations of the myths, Iranian mythology, and also the landscape itself provided some of the ground for to developing the narrative of the film. When thinking about the composition and framing, I was very much influenced by Iranian traditions of miniature and painting. One of the most brilliant Iranian miniature artists, in my opinion, one of the best painters of all time, is Kamaluddin Behzad. His paintings and his compositions are otherworldly, and the way the place and architecture is approached in his work is very interesting for me because it shows the place as a sentient being. Mohammad Aslani and his film Chess of the Wind, his approach to filmmaking generally definitely was a big inspiration. I hope that the audiences, when they come to see the work, I hope that it invokes some memories of their own and they can create new stories from their own memories, because dreams and memories are the biggest source of inspiration for me in my art and my practice.